tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Tailgate Show.
What was that? The freeze out? What happened? Let's run that back.
Who's that?
One more time for safety. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Tailgate Show. It's Double A. What is up? It's
Let's run on the
team. It's Air Jer. It is the one, the only true Brisker and gravy, Master Teague and gravy, the biscuits, the man in the middle. What's up, boys? How's it going?
The return of the king.
The timing, man. You getting rusty, bro.
I thought you were doing the intro.
You knew you were introing, man. That's your baby.
I thought you were doing the intro.
I was going to do the rundown. You were supposed to.
I don't know how to do
intro.
this anymore. It's been months. I'm out of practice.
I asked before we
Man.
cut the video, and y'all said Jer, and then Pony was just sitting there.
You don't want
Hey,
Jared to
man,
do the
you
intro.
know, we came out
So-
like a naggy football team after halftime.
If you haven't listened before, welcome, because this is what we do. It's just a tailgate, baby.
Where are they going to run after halftime? They're going to run a fucking turtle head.
You better bring your track shoes. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, fine, dude. We got the hits principle now. Fucking A.
That looked more like loafing to me, that face.
For those of you that can't see it on Podform, it's a thing of beauty. AA is back in the house. Dude, what has been up the last couple months, bro? Like, you've been chomping
Not
at the bit to
shit,
get back
bro.
with your boys or what?
Nope. Not one fucking bit, to be honest.
Oh my god.
I mean, bro, it ain't like we ain't been chatting the whole damn time. Like, I wasn't like fucking, I wasn't in jail. I
Thank
don't know
God.
what you heard. But I did retire from Twitter. I don't know what the three Kangs be saying. No, I'm just fucking with you. But I was not in jail. I was not in a coma like a soap opera. I just fucking like needed a big ass break, and I decided that Twitter. I realized that Twitter is a fucking wasteland of time wasted, and I was like, fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I've been on that fucking horrible app for 5 years.
You went so hard with it too, though.
I went as hard as possible. Pause.
Bro, I've been on Twitter 13 years, and you've probably like my 13 years would be like 26 years for me. What you did in like 5.
Oh yeah, I went bonkers with it.
You're
I
running
went-
like, when we were in the old network, you were running other teams' pages for them just to help. them
Yeah,
out.
I was full on crackhead with that shit. So I had to cut the ties. I had to,
Trade
I had to
for a
stop,
gram.
had to go cold turkey, and so I fucking did. And you know what? It's actually great because I like, if I don't want to know about things, I just don't. Like, the thing about Twitter is it's like this constant stream of like new information. Something happened. You have to care and comment every minute. Fucking,
Wow.
you know, it's fucking like, I'm just a fucking wasteland. So I'm free of that shit. I only have the Bears information that I want to have.
He's free of it, and he sounds so positive, doesn't
Oh yeah, I mean,
he? You're like, man.
it's
fuck
still a
Twitter.
Bears podcast, so positivity is going to be in short supply.
Uh,
you know, as you know, you briefly mentioned, if people don't know, just in case you're listening for the first time, you know, we just a grizzled ass group of Bears fans that haven't seen shit to be all fucking like simp about this team for. So like forgive us if we're not over here like completely, you know, fucking jocking everything Lord Poles does or whatever those dumbasses are probably calling him right now.
Daddy polls.
Yeah, daddy. Like, what the fuck? So, you know, we just fucking say what we say. We're not experts. We're not trying to pretend to be experts. We ain't
No,
trying
we
to.
fall in love too. Don't act like we
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, for sure. But here's here's my strategy that has been fucking, I have to say, genius on my part. Is I'm not in love with any of these motherfuckers. I'm on a wait and see basis with every motherfucker that's on that team and every motherfucker that came on that team just recently. You better show me something.
Man,
I'm not fucking buying your jersey. I'm not jocking your shit. I'm not retweeting your shit. I'm not liking your posts. I ain't fucking jocking you at all. Unless you do something.
Nice cat there.
Yep.
He wanted to get on the show.
Hey, you got a magnet for that?
Same as many appearances as AA in the past 2 months.
Yeah. Comments in the chat. We will get to the draft in a minute here. Our boys back.
Get
He
to
hasn't
the
been back in
draft.
a while.
We got people in the chat. Who's this? Fuck out of here. There's like a Packer fan in the chat.
I saw that.
I have to say,
So-
Okay, we'll take your view.
Vartech has mysteriously disappeared since you've been gone. I'm not saying Burnergate. I'm just saying Vartech. Oh, now he's gone. Now he's gone.
Sorry, I had to do something real quick.
That Let's Go Packers comment though, like it makes me want to like start being homerish now, just out of spite.
Who's Term?
Yeah, term needs to be terminated.
Yo, relax, Term. What is Term short for? Like Termathy?
I don't think that guy's message had enough emojis in it.
It definitely needed more.
Really had to get that color on our screen, man. Damn.
Congratulations on all that.
Yeah, I hope your receiver hits.
Oh
the
my
joke.
god! Shut the hell up! Bro, I ain't even.
Well played. That was well played. I have to give him credit.
If that's for real, sorry. If it's
Damn,
not for
man.
real, double fuck you. You can't try to guilt trip by using that. I ain't even
That's up.
gonna-
Anyway, that's enough control of our show.
Yeah, Let's
yeah.
go. You know, we're mute. We're fucking not looking at the chat anymore.
So welcome everybody. We're actually going to talk some of the Bears draft here. Our boy A is back. Man, we're just going to kick it, kind of go through some of the players, kind of get a summary of what we all felt about the draft, talk our shit. We got some questions to throw around and see where
America's
it goes
favorite
from there.
game.
I'm saying it's going to be a little off the rails tonight because our boy hasn't been back for a minute though. But guys, first pick we got here was Kyler Gordon, cornerback, Washington State.
Washington.
Hey,
Washington.
Oh, go start with someone else because I just
I said
talked for a
Washington
long
State.
time. Start with
Anyway,
someone else.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Washington, sorry.
Yeah, not Wazoo. Washington.
Sorry. Whoa. All right.
It's all good.
Forgive me.
It's fine.
Kyler Gordon, guys. Hey, what are you feeling on him?
He said,
Oh my!
Biscuits, you go first. Give us your fucking.
well, listen, I don't want to spoil the deep hour dive that you took into Kyler Gordon today.
Pause.
I don't want to steal
starter.
your talking points. No, I mean, with Kyler and with Brisker, I think they're two solid picks. They're going to come in, start right away. I don't have a problem with the players themselves, and I think Kyler is going to be a natural fit in the cover two. The issue that I have is prioritizing the needs. I don't think that CB2 and strong safety were necessarily high on the list of priorities. I think this year that would make this team better off moving forward. I would have liked to see wide receiver and offensive line addressed in those second rounds. Maybe you trade back off one of those seconds, take a strong safety at
Are we still
71.
talking about Kyler Gordon?
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I don't really have a lot of positives to say about him. I think he's going to be a solid player. I'm just more upset at the prioritization of needs on this team.
Okay.
That's my only thought.
You want to trot out Duke Shelley, do you? Are you ready for that Kindle Vildor action?
I mean,
No, it's a good pick, man. We've been chasing good corners for a while. We've always had like one, but we've never had the other. It's always been a hodgepodge of just a mess. And now you've got two possibly legitimate starting corners that in the NFL. I think it's a great pick. And the more you realize that this roster is fucked from top to bottom, left to right, it is bad. You got to get starters. It is imperative you get starters. You got them. Great pick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When it came across, we were chatting. We were in the chat, and I'd be lying if I said I was surprised because again, I tried really hard not to fall in love with anybody, and I certainly tried extra hard not to fall in love with any weapons for Fields because I really just was ready to be disappointed in them not getting any. I just kind of had this feeling that was going to happen. So like at first I was like, God damn it. Like, here we go again. You know, like that's how it felt. Like, it just felt like, fuck, are you fucking serious right now? Like, you know, but then you hear more about him. You see that he was like the 5th or 6th ranked cornerback in the whole draft by a lot of people.
Some had him higher than that.
Yeah. I mean, most people had a 1st round grade on him. So, you know, at that spot, I don't have a problem with the pick. The cornerback need was acute. Like, I mean, then you look at how the free agency went down. They targeted wide receivers, if we want to call them that, Pringle and fucking Equanimous St. Brown. That's what they went after, and they left the glaring holes, right? Like, especially at safety. Like, it should be no shock to anybody that they took a safety because they literally had no safety. Like, are you kidding me with DHC and the fucking, what is the guy from Tennessee?
The tight end eraser.
Yeah, the fucking Kirkland generic fucking brand, like
Dane Cruikshank.
Like, yeah, Dane Kirkland, I'm calling him because he's fucking generic brand.
I like the fullback we picked up though.
It's like build a player. Dane Kirkland is ready to play.
I know you like Blasingame though.
Dane Kirkland. Okay. Choose your uniform. Avatar select controls. Dane Kirkland. Fuck
do you like Blasingame?
Do you like gladiator movies?
Yeah, actually.
I guess
you didn't expect that answer.
I like Blasingame. I don't know. Like, what if nobody knew this was a football podcast and you just heard a guy ask a guy, "Do you like Blasingame?"
I would do this, yo. Hit a beat for me, bro.
Blasingame sounds like some kind of like Blasingame sounds like some kind of thing that like freebasers do.
Wow.
Whoa, that took a dark turn.
I don't know what that is. Like, it's just saying, if you don't know what that was, I don't know how I feel about Blasingame. I'd be absolutely lying to you if I said that I've ever seen Blasingame play football.
Did you ever watch the Titans?
Yeah, and I didn't remember seeing anybody named Blasingame.
Because that's
what Blasingame is, bro. You don't even know, and it just hits you.
Dang!
He did not, in fact, remember the Titans.
That's
Ooh,
that's so dad joke that I have to give it to you. That's good. That was like, that was good.
So back
so anyway, I was like, okay, cool. This is a fucking good pick. Like, I'm gonna just shut up and just enjoy this ride that this shit's gonna take me on, because I know it's, as a Bears fan, the draft is mostly pain every year. It's just like, how are we gonna take it this year?
Yeah, and that's kind of how I felt. You can ask these guys. I was struggling normally. Like I get kind of pumped during draft season. Like I start getting into it. Like I had to get dragged into it. These guys were more into it than me initially.
Yo, this has been the worst Bears offseason of my life. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Maybe
that
I'm
means good
old
things
and
are happening.
maybe it's post-pandemic fucking blues or whatever, but it's just this last like 10 years just fucking broke me, man. I can't do it. Like this
2016 was pretty bad, but I think this one might have topped it this year, just because of what happened last year with Fields.
And who it happened to, right?
Here's how you know how
he was
bad
our
it
dude.
got. This is how bad it was. This is how bad it was. We have, as a fan base, begun to fetishize horrible teams and horrible players. We somehow fetishize Jay Cutler now. That's how bad this last fucking 15 years, basically everything post 85, because the 90s was a fucking shit show. Like, the 90s was a shit show. Don't
moments.
The Wannstedt
It had
era.
no
Jared?
moments.
Come on. The Wannstedt era.
We had
It had no moments,
Waddle.
Jared.
Waddle.
It had moments. We fetishize bums.
Jay right now is going so far back. He's like, we need to bring Curtis Conway back on a one-day
Nice,
contract to
bro.
retire him a Bear.
The biggest living hero in Bears lore is Tom Waddle. Just to let you know where how the success level of our franchise is post 85.
Oh, dude, you see Braggsy posted the picture of Waddle.
Tom Waddle's awesome. I love Tom Waddle,
Uh,
but it is ridiculous that we fetishize this dude's career. Like his career was nothing.
I don't think it's the career more so than the personality that
I think
It's
he's
his
become in the
personality
media.
now, and it's John Madden did it, whatever. But my point is that it's like this. I just can't do this anymore. I cannot ramp myself up and fucking lie to myself and get all hyped about their fucking PR videos, and all this. I just can't do it. Like you got to show me something. Like we are separated.
I mean, I found some positivity though. Like
Separation.
Just to touch on my thoughts on the first pick, really, let me get my 2 cents in, I guess. Oh, the whole thing for me was, it was tough for me because even my mock draft, Green Bay selected the first two guys I had in my mock. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, right? Like it was already going shitty. And then I'm like, all right, fine. There's some weapons left for Justin. Oh, fuck, really?
Fell in love.
Cornerback and a safety. Ultimately, like I came down from that being pissed off. If we did a live reaction, the shit would have hit probably differently for me. But
Yeah.
I understand the picks. I'm more comfortable with our secondary after this draft. So both the guys, for me, like I think they're perfect complements to who they're going to be playing opposite of. With Jalen, Eddie needed that thumper, and I think we got that, man. So like,
Yeah, imagine that, a guy from Penn State at safety.
it wasn't my priority, and I wish we could have seen their big board. That'd be really cool insight. We're never going to get that, but like if he truly stuck to his board, I'm okay with it, man. It's just not who I wanted, but how many times have we been through these drafts where we don't get who we want and guys do work out?
Yeah, I mean, my issue with when they picked Bresker, like I said, I had already kind of resigned myself to this idea that we're going defense. And the reason I did that is because the shortest path between two points is a straight line, right? And Eberflus, this is what he knows. This is the way that he builds his credibility, not only with the fan base, but he builds his credibility with the players. You have to understand, I think, to some degree that like these players are looking at Eberflus to prove something, right? To prove why he is there. He is there because he is known as a quick turnaround artist for defenses and just came off doing it. So he has to prove that his shit works. And Poles needs to prove that his coach hire works. So it's about affirmation. Now,
yeah, but and who do they get rid of? Who do they trade? Like to have to prove that and then get rid of Khalil Mack, you have to supplement that.
I know, but people keep saying this shit. Yeah, like honestly, like if you trade Khalil Mack and then you pick up some rando wide receiver, it's I think it's becomes an easy narrative to paint. You fucking traded Khalil Mack. The defense is shit. And who did you pick up? You see how the reverse works? Like, people act as if we just picked skill position players, that there's no way to paint Poles back into a corner, because you can say that. And then when the defense gets shredded like fucking Swiss cheese, we would say this: you drafted such and such, but you knew how bad your cornerbacks were, and you knew how bad your safety was. You basically had no safety. And what did you do? You drafted the fourth best receiver. We could just rip him the other way. So
right,
it's like,
and it's Chicago. So if our
Right.
defense looks really bad in a bad year and not competitive, we're okay if our defense looks good. We're good.
so I understand the point. I understand the reason they did what they did. I understand the motivation. I'm not against it. Ultimately, like you said earlier, Jared, this team is so fucking bad and
Devoid
so
of talent.
far away. It's like, Poles, your job is to literally build an entire brick house. Does it matter if he starts in the fucking front or the back? Really? He has to build the whole fucking house, and we're
You're right.
we're like, why are you starting over here? Have you not seen the front? Like, it's like, motherfucker, I gotta build the whole house.
When
You
you
always go
build a
front to
house,
back, though.
you start with the foundation first, though, right? And he mentioned in his opening presser that he wants to start building on the offensive line, the defensive line. You
Mhm.
start off your first two picks with a corner and a safety. I see
Okay,
it the
but-
opposite way. I think the Khalil Mack trade bought them time for this defense not to be good right out of the gate. I
Correct.
think they would buy themselves the most grace by Justin showing development in year 2. Justin comes out and looks like that guy that we all think he could be. That's how Flus and Poles get clout with Bears fans.
Yeah, but
Not
Biscuits-
well, the
And so,
defense
but-
is looking,
it-
middle to top
Okay,
10.
but
and
is
the way,
George Pickens the magic key to opening that lock? I don't.
Is
like,
what?
Is one of these receivers that
no,
we didn't
he's
get-
talking O line or defensive line. So like my
Okay.
rebuttal to that though, Biscuits, and not that mocks are always accurate, but like when we were doing these mocks in the second round,
what O linemen were there?
O line and defensive line weren't really the highest. It was defensive backs at that point. Not saying that the Bears had the same board, but like you got to.
Then why not trade back at that point?
The other
I
thing
think
about
you
this,
have to
still have-
balance positional need and
Right.
value at the same
but the
time.
other, okay, so but
But they
here's
got
the
a
thing: is
first round
that,
talent in the second, in my opinion, at cornerback.
True. No. I don't have a problem with the players themselves. I think Brisker is going to end up being the best pick of the bunch. My argument is, are you better off this year moving forward with an offensive lineman and a wide receiver to help aid in Justin Fields' development and waiting next year to address CB2 and strong safety?
Not whenever
I think-
you're cash strapped.
here's my problem with the
Next
Brisker
year we
pick.
won't be cash strapped though.
I
Jay. We'll have
agree.
over
I-
We
100
won't
mil.
be, yeah, but we are this year.
I agree with you, Biscuits, that the Brisker pick is probably going to end up being a good one. And at the end of the day, maybe we shouldn't go further than that. But you have to look at position and value, and I think that's where I do feel like the issue is that is Brisker that much better than the next safety you could have taken at 71? Because
Well-
I know for a fucking fact that the receivers they could have taken where they took Brisker are way the fuck better than Velas fucking Jones
That's
or
good.
whoever else they were going to take at 71. So I know that shit for a fact. And I was listening to Parkins today on 670, and he was saying the same shit. He's like, you know, the other receivers were good because what happened right after the Bears picked Brisker? Every good team traded up to take a receiver. The fucking Chiefs traded up. The
Yeah,
Patriots
we
traded
passed
up.
on if I'm not mistaken, the way it fell, we passed on Alec Pierce for
We
Brisker.
passed on Pierce, fucking Sky Moore.
Tolbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Tolbert
Tolbert,
fell off the
Tolbert had
map.
did not have a second round grade in anyone's book
Watch,
at all.
watch what he does in Dallas.
No,
I'm saying we passed
I'm
on
just
Tolbert
surprised-
at
Biscuits.
third-
I'm
at
surprised he
third
fell that
round.
far though.
I
I'm just
was a
saying-
little surprised too. I
This is
was.
your coastal Carolina moment. Anyway, so
I'm just saying, do we need a guy who can play a true X or a guy who's going to play the F role in the Shanahan?
and that's my
style
problem is that you may well have gotten a good safety. You may well have gotten the another Adrian Amos. You
You
know,
need a thumper in a cover too, bro.
right?
offense? Yeah, true.
But and he has a nose for the football. He's never had a penalty. He's a fucking stud of a prospect. He's a team
A lot
captain.
of clutch
He's the
moments.
second
too.
best safety in the draft, according to most people. Most people have him ranked as the second best safety in the draft, but it's still a safety, and it's still a box safety. Is so what you chose is probably the sixth best receiver in the draft you could have taken, or even maybe how many receivers were gone at that point? Maybe 7. So the eighth.
like how much did you love Mike Brown though?
Giants-
And how much did you
Giants
love
took a
Amos?
receiver, so that don't even count.
Especially like Mike Brown. I'm not saying he's going to be Mike Brown, but how important was Mike Brown to that defense, that physical
Super
enforcer?
important.
Let's think about the Colts defense that won that championship.
Bob Sanders.
Bob Sanders changed the face of that whole defense.
Hey, I'm
You
down
had-
with it. I'm just saying, like, are you telling me you couldn't have gotten, like, who knows where you could have swung back and gotten Brisker, not in 71, but I don't know. I just like, I don't know. Like, I think it's like, I feel good about it, but I feel like they made a choice, and then, Poles explained it, and so it's like, all right, fucking, we're building a defense. The whole house got to get built. We're starting with this.
All right, Jared, I'm going to start with you on this next pick because I think this is going to bring forth some interesting conversation also. But, man, Velus Jones was the
Velus
next pick.
Jones. Well, you're only going to have to give him one contract. He's 25. Dude,
Yeah.
he's a byproduct of the COVID season. There's no doubt. He is
Great
pretty
collector.
fast. 4.3, 4.29 at some points. The way I'm looking at it is I'm thinking about San Francisco's offense. Maybe that's the vision. And the reason I bring that up is because they brought up the name Deebo Samuels, right?
Yeah.
Can he play the Deebo role?
He's
I don't
16
know.
pounds lighter. He's fat. He's much faster, though.
Can he take the pounding of being that player? I mean, I don't know. If he can,
He's a running back by trade.
I think you got 2 of those guys in the draft, though. You got the other running back, too.
That could be his heir
Ebner?
apparent.
I mean, I don't think it hurts this offense. Any offensive player is not going to hurt it at this point because there's just a glut of nothing. So,
Jerry, is that F role in the Shanahan offense more important than having a true X on the outside?
it depends on what. It depends
I'm asking
on
your
what.
opinion. I don't know.
I would say yes. He's got to be that threat, If he's that threat, if he's that guy, then absolutely yes. But it's a lot of ifs, and you don't have the tight end that blocks the way San Francisco does. You don't have.
Mm,
Yeah.
No, stop.
here's
George
another
Kittle
deal.
would fucking bury a motherfucker.
Here's the other thing. When you take over a bad team, your picks are going to start.
Yep.
So your
Yeah.
dick's in the wind real quick.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you gotta play it a little safe. It's like I said, they're taking the shortest distance to proving themselves on multiple fronts. The shortest distance to proving yourself. If you hire Matt Eberflus,
yeah,
is
game.
fucking help the defense. It is not it's not a knock on Justin. It's not a fucking like, they don't have faith in Justin. We have more faith in this right now because this is going to pay dividends for what we're trying to build here. You can't.
It's also the Shanahan flow of the offense, man. Sometimes the quarterback's going to eat, sometimes he's not.
Right. So I understand. I get the vision, and nobody should be surprised by the vision. It doesn't mean they don't have faith. You could easily say that the actions that they took mean they have more faith in Justin. Like, they haven't threatened Justin in any way. Nick Foles, RIP BDN, we didn't even touch on that. Nick Foles shipped out, granted his release. Like, fucking, that's fine. I hope to God we don't have to see Trevor Siemian play football, but
I think they sat Justin down and basically said, "Listen, it's a reset. We can't really go off last year. Everything that happened, we're gonna stick through with you.
we're gonna build
and sign
with
you to a 5th year." And I'm sure there was conversation there that it's going to be a slow build.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen overnight. I was very frustrated because Alec Pierce, after who was already off the board when Watson went, I think we should have taken him there.
Like,
But
you know how great it would, what an amazing problem it would be to have to pick up the 5th-year option on Justin. I would fucking be so stoked if we were in that position. That means he's worth it. So we want that problem.
Here's what that pick really hurt, and this is the Jalen Tolbert crowd for Velus Jones. Tolbert went after him.
Yes.
And
I mean,
Tolbert had
that's-
77 catches of 15-plus yards. He's
he
going to
went
show
pretty
out in Dallas.
far after
He's-
him, though.
he's-
80, 84, I believe.
88.
88.
Pick 88. I'm trying to think who the next one was.
Yeah, but Jared, if
David
Tolbert-
Bell.
it-
David
it-
Bell goes after that.
So the thing is, if Tolbert was the guy though, and he was left on the board, you would either see another team come up to get him, or he would have been drafted like 1 or 2 picks after us. In the
Just
league
because he went
circle,
88 doesn't mean he's not going to be a good player.
as much as we talked about him, Biscuits, he should have went
Stephon-
right after if he was that guy.
Here's the thing.
Stephon Diggs should have been drafted higher than the 5th, but he wasn't.
Here's the
Nobody
Would
was
thing.
talking
everybody be
about him,
happy
though.
with the Stephon Diggs? I'm just
Nobody,
saying.
nobody was talking about Stephon Diggs though
No, but I feel like here's what I think happens with these draft rooms.
before the draft. No,
But here's what I think happens with these draft rooms. These guys fall in love with the RAS big time. And then there's-
which Diggs actually had a 4.5.
There's a certain fucking faction of them
Did he
that
really?
also there's a certain faction of scouts and groups of teams that also fall in love with the tape and the competition. And when you're scouting and as a GM, these guys have to balance those two things. Rarely, if you like, the top picks are the guys that have the RAS and they play against the top competition. That's who you typically see in the top of the draft. Is that either they have off the charts testing and they dominate their level of competition, which may be low,
Tape
or
don't lie.
they have high. Fuck that! Don't ever. Don't ever say that fucking
The
stupid.
film does not discriminate, good sir.
Yeah.
Wow, you just took him right off his.
I
camera.
know. I knew saying that
Whoa.
was going to get him riled up mid-sentence.
Just saying, like, what the fuck, bro? That's like,
threw you a curveball. You're able to throw him off. He is rusty. Rusty.
Anyway, they're trying to find that balance. So, like, I think with Tolbert, you know, it's like, I mean, I don't know if he had that balance. And obviously, like, he fell and he fell and he fell. I mean, who knows why guys fall? But I don't know what the fuck Velus Jones is. I know that his contract probably came with a fucking AARP card.
He was playing against teenagers, bro. At that
He
point,
was like the oldest dude on the team already.
Yeah,
They
I hate
trade
to
Robert
bring it up.
Quinn, he becomes like the oldest player on the team.
yo, he's like that little league.
Not
yo,
even 25 yet.
what was that little league kid from? Was it Chicago? He was like 20 playing like Little League World Series. That's
Oh,
basically
like,
what Jones is
Was
doing.
Sean Desai even 25? Like, I don't know. Like,
But maybe they viewed Tolbert more like a Mooney, and he's just the same receiver. So you can't have two of the
What?
same. I don't think.
No,
not.
Tolbert was taller, bro. He was
Yeah,
definitely built
he's not.
to be potentially. A
that's
winner
what I
there.
did think about the receivers is that there started to be in that tier, there started to be a lot of small guys. You know,
Pierce
fucking
was the last
Sky
one.
Moore, but Pierce was not. Pierce was not, and I think Pierce is a great pick for the Colts. And
Yeah, that one bummed me
it
out.
is.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. That was like an Al Davis pick to me, Velus Jones. It was like they picked the speed. I mean, the Patriots did the same shit with Thornton. It was just like, what are you like? What?
I
Like,
I'll get to Biscuit's opinion in a minute on it, but like Velus for me was like I didn't see all like that Tyreek or Debo. I see more Cordero Patterson. I think that's attainable.
Yes.
I think that they're going to start him off right. What Vikings should have done with Cordero when they drafted him is what they're going to do with Velus right out the gate. So he's I think we need to
He's going to be a return guy.
because of his age, return guy. So if you get a top in the league return guy out of your 3rd round pick, I'm fine with it, man.
Well,
I
and
want
here's-
contributors ultimately. Like if you get
Right.
4 or 5 of these guys to actually hit and contribute, you
here's the
won.
thing, too, like with the roster construction, this is not to me going to be a 6 wide receiver team by any stretch of the imagination. Just by the sheer fact that you've added a fullback, you have to subtract something. It ain't going to be offensive linemen because they're going to have crazy depth at that position. And So they're going to have a lot of O-line. They're going to keep like 4 tight ends. They're going to keep like, probably 5 running backs practically, with Ebner being like a flex.
He can.
lot of heavy
He's actually
formations.
most polished receiver we have in the room at running back.
Yeah,
by
he
far.
might be one of the top 3 polished receivers, period. I mean, that dude has put up
Yeah.
some pretty serious stats for receiving.
Which is
Like-
cool when you think about it, because of the age of Velus, Ebner can be the same type of cat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he can actually be groomed for that.
Well, and that's what you fucking need, and that's where Pace would fail, is he would draft guys and Nagy would put them out there, and it was just so damn obvious what was going to happen, because the only thing that this guy does is the thing you're going to have him fucking do.
Yeah.
You need to have a team that no matter who fucking steps in, they do what the team does, and that's what San Francisco does. We don't give a fuck what running back we just lost. Here's Raheem Mostert up your ass. Like,
Dude, we got a fullback that can come in and run the ball.
whoever
if needed.
comes in does the shit that team does. It's not like, oh, Tariq Cohen's in, we know exactly what you're running. You idiot.
What's
Yeah.
the blueprint? The blueprint to beating the Packers? San Francisco's offense. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're going to emulate it, get the guys that can run it.
Right. And so, like, and here's the thing is, so the finish of that point is that because you have a thin roster at wide receiver, your wide receiver 4, if he's 3, has to be able to play special teams. Has
Right.
to.
Yeah.
Can't be like a question mark. Can't be like, oh, he kind of returned. He has to be able to play special teams because of how
I
your
agree.
roster is constructed. So you
I think every draft pick does. To
and
be
it's
honest.
a wasted
Right.
pick, right? But the top guys don't.
Well, Poles mentioned that in the presser, though. He said
Right.
there is utility to
Right.
knowing that guys are going to dress for special teams.
Right, but that when you have like a heavy jumbo offense with all this extra people on it, you have to make cuts somewhere. And so if you're going to sacrifice your special teams, I mean, you're not going to take fucking Sky Moore and tell me that he's some special teams demon. Like that's a gadget player,
But
That's
is the third round where you're really hunting for that special
No,
teams?
but it was on their list. They had no 4th round picks. By the time they get to the next phase of their plan, which by the way was fucking pretty outstanding. I don't think anybody's talking about the fact that Poles went in there with 6 picks and left with 11 players.
Yeah,
No.
second
What the
day he had
fuck?
3 and he
Like,
turned them into 8.
We're so caught up on this other shit. It's like, bro, pushed his chips in and fucking came back with 11 dudes. Like, that's serious. Like, that's a fucking. We haven't seen anything like that happen from a Bears GM, maybe ever. Have we? That we leave with
No.
more picks than we came with? Has that ever happened?
Not
Maybe Jerry one year, maybe.
Bro,
Not
I
a-
don't know. I mean, somebody needs to look that up because I don't think it's ever happened.
Well,
Not
3 to 8, I don't
your
think ever
pick.
has. That's
Hmm?
crazy.
I wish he had applied that same approach though at the top end of the draft and had traded
Maybe-
back and maybe acquired more of those 4th and 5th rounders. I don't want to hear there was an opportunity. Teams were wheeling and
Yeah,
dealing all
I
fucking
get it.
night.
Maybe
You
try.
saw how low they let the clock run, though. They were trying.
There's a
A couple
combination.
times you did say that, did he?
But I do think they fell in love with dudes. You saw on the little
Conviction.
easy phone call shit that they tried to pull where Poles was choked up. That dude's a crier, which is fine. No shade on that, but that's kind of wild.
Dude.
Like, it's I mean, he's like really on an. I mean, I like him. He's real, and it's not in like a robot Max Headroom Ryan
That's real.
Pace way.
That's real
That's
now.
real now.
So,
Like,
Biscuits.
and-
Sorry, man. What do you think about Velus Biscuits? I'm trying to steer. I'm trying to listen at the same time. So I'm like,
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I watched a ton of Valus Jones prior to the
Nobody.
draft, so I think I was really surprised. My initial thought was, man, what a reach. At the same time, we don't know what other teams' draft boards look like. Maybe he wouldn't have been there much later than 71. Who knows? Yeah, everyone says Deebo Samuel. This guy is not Deebo Samuel, so we just stop talking about that. He'll play that similar Joker role, and yes, I guess it. In this offense, I think AA's mentioned a couple times, heavy screen game, play action, finding creative ways to get this guy the ball in space. I like, but he's very raw as a route runner. And again, prioritizing needs, I just think an X receiver would have been more important at this junction. That had we taken Velas and a type receiver in the 4th or 5th, I know we didn't have a 4th round pick. After we had already taken an X, I'd feel a lot better about it. But coming out of this with St. Brown still at the X, I'm not in love with.
Oh, the receiving core is still trash right now. Like, I just, it's still trash. Like, come on. I mean, Byron Pringle's still doing donuts in Florida right now. Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's terrible, bro.
Well, here's the thing. So, like, I go back to when St. Brown was in the draft. I wanted him here out of college. He looked like a beast, and look what he's done. So sometimes the guy you want ends up being that guy.
That's fair.
It is harder. I think a top cornerback is going to hit at a higher rate, I would think, than the 7th or 8th or 9th ranked receiver in the draft.
Right.
Here's the thing is that, and if I think Velas Jones, I think we're talking about this Debo Samuel role. I think Ebner.
No, I think Velas just is 25 years old. He's going to come in and work at what they want him to do.
Literally said that he's going to try that with Velas. So I'm not trying to say that anybody's wrong about that, but like, I think he's a deep threat. Like, I think he's a real deep threat. And what a guy, and even if he's not,
he's a yak problem.
Turbo Taylor?
He's going to be in the backfield. He's going to be in the slot. I think he's
that
Joker role.
Here's the thing about 4-3 guys in that role is that they better have a lot of patience, because super fast guys in that role, that's not like, you need super fast 10-yard splits in that role. Like, I get it. We want the guy that can just be on.
That's why Ebner's exciting.
But if the blocking is not perfect, you have to be patient as fuck. And if you have 4-3 speed, you can run yourself right off the fucking field.
Fair point.
Yeah, to go with that point, Adrian Peterson, great. The Viking, great. They had to slow him down because he was hitting the hole too hard.
Yeah,
too fast.
David Montgomery was like fucking, the opposite, like dance, like timing and fucking, rhythm is so important between running back and that's why I think the biggest thing that they're bringing back, this zone blocking, is important. There is no rhythm to fucking, the kind of run game that they would try to run with this RPO shit. The RPO has no run rhythm to it. It's just herky jerky, everything's like a shotgun handoff. Like, are we going? Okay, here we go. Like, it's just
the linemen at times in RPO don't even know what's going to happen. They block the same way regardless.
Right. And it's
the good news is you got a whole crop of them coming up. That's pretty much what they've done.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I've been listening to this show with Greg Cosell on it, and they're talking about that.
Thanks.
No, not us. Thanks.
You talked about your
No, I wanted to learn it. I wanted to listen to a show where I'd learn something.
Wow.
So, well, fuckers, I don't want to listen to your ass. Anyway, they're talking about how it's a degradation of the position. That the way that that offense has proliferated through college football is degrading the offensive line position. You have guards that don't even know how to play with their hand in the dirt. That's how bad it is.
True.
They've played that since high school now, and they go straight from high school to college to the pros, and the guards haven't put their hand in the dirt. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's help on the way.
Talk about it. Man. I mean,
and fucking came out. And what did he do, Jerry? He went to his roots. Talk about it.
He went right to the lineman. A brother from another mother.
Oh yeah, you're gonna trash
Straight
him?
out of Noya. Oh yeah.
Anybody see that Nebraska game?
I did. You know what?
Literally, no one saw the Nebraska.
I watched it. I was watching it today.
You're the one. YouTube now
one
view.
Yeah, that's the one view. He just plays small. That's the one thing I got on him.
He is small.
Right. He just plays it though, but
is he Mustafa
not good
small?
feet.
Though?
No, I don't think.
At least he have a 0.48 RAS score like Mustafa.
There's your Raz report of the day.
I think he's a Raz of 8.5, actually. Sorry.
He's not. Some people are out here like clamoring that he's going to start at center. I'm like, no. If he's
That's
starting
morons.
center,
That's like people from the region saying shit like that.
it might be. But
Yeah.
Oh, there's a guy that we have UDFA that the region's gonna love. Sorry, Jer. We'll bring that up later.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's Dougie Kramer from Insdale Central. Oh my God, he's gonna start.
No, it's gonna be Litwin. Litwin from
barbed wire.
Slippery
It's
Rock.
Gonna kick
Barbed
Lucas
wire
Patrick right out of there. Oh my God, that's Dougie Kramer. He's fucking played at Illinois for 5 years. He's gonna
That's
be
my
a
cousin,
starter.
man.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Mind your mouth. That's my family.
Hinsdale's own.
Jared, you were shitting all over him in the
I
thread.
know.
Well,
You
let,
see,
let,
you see
honestly
him push
though,
that car down the street? Oh my God.
let's let Jer shit though. Go ahead, Jer. Take your
Oh,
shit.
he's small.
Full
and-
screen him.
No. He can handle blitz. He caught more of the blitzes more than he like delivered the punch. You know what I'm saying? He's just not. He's not powerful enough at the point of attack. That's his biggest problem.
He pushed
But-
a Ram truck though.
Well, in neutral.
So did Byron Pringle.
Well, that's the same criticism. Jesus, Jared, that's the same
Wow.
criticism we had with Mustafa, right? That he was weak. At the
Right.
point of
It's very.
attack.
It's a very lateral move. Unless you got coaches you believe in, you think can coach him up, and maybe he needs to get on the DeAndre Hopkins train and put the
Let's
clear
not have
on.
that happen. We've had enough of that.
Oh, the PED train.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Whoa.
bringing
He's
back,
not going to
Pony advocating for PED.
Who thought
bring
he
back
was-
Terrell Freeman and his fucking
It's
Yeah.
farm.
only. It's
I
only
thought he was gonna
illegal if you get
start
caught.
though. Honestly,
Idiots. That's who. Idiots.
Some guy on Twitter.
Patrick's the center. Next, like
No,
Great-
all right.
great
Here's what. Not that I'm doubting your analysis, but here's what Dane Brugler said about him. This is what he said. Day 3 pick who could surprise Doug
he didn't
Kramer.
even give his analysis.
Doug Kramer. Yeah, he did. He said he
Yeah,
has.
let Pony give his
He
analysis.
caught the blitz. He said like 5 different points just because you weren't paying attention.
All right, Jerry, you're done, I guess.
Just because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm counterpointing his ass.
Hey,
right
listen,
now.
you haven't been here, Dave. We do a news
No.
show flow, all right? We let guys go on
guy-
and on with their analysis.
That's why I don't listen.
He's
It's just,
counterpointing.
hey, it wasn't a stop. It's a pony pause. See, your
Yeah.
timing's up. Pony pauses when he
It's
thinks.
crazy.
He gives you a 5-minute open, bro.
Oh, Gary Blasting game came blasting through that pause and ran for 40 yards.
Yo, you heard dead air and you jumped in. I like
Yes,
it.
that's fucking- I mean, Jesus. Anyway, let me finish.
Hold on. Hold on. Give somebody else's analysis real quick. Go.
Yes, I'm going to because yours is trash.
Right.
It's like Jared when he took my Tolbert analysis
That's fine.
2 weeks ago.
Jared, can you? I don't give analysis because I don't pretend to
Cut
know.
him off mid pony. Oh,
But
dead,
here's
bro.
the thing. Show me the list of guys that you threw down some killer analysis about who lived up to exactly that.
Let me think. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
saying, I mean, I don't
Good.
think
I'm just saying.
I've read
Angelo Blackson. Jared
Yeah.
was all on that. I'll give him credit for that one.
Thank you.
Jared was on that. He said thank you.
What are you giving him credit for, bro? He did what he
Hey,
paid
listen,
to
I,
do.
listen, I
And
got
Jared,
Dave
I'm just
cutting him
totally
off
being a dick.
Mid-analysis.
That's fine, I'm used to
I'm
it.
trying to give Pony
You
something.
realize I'm used to this.
I'm just being a dick, as usual. Welcome back to me. Like,
No, seriously. Go ahead and say what you were going to say about it.
I'm just saying because I at first I was like, fuck.
Any day.
At first, stupidly, I thought Jared's probably right. And I was ready to take your analysis at face value when you watched like fucking one Nebraska game through beer goggles and like scribbled some notes. And now, so I'm like, fuck, he's probably right. And then I went and checked what the professionals had to say, and they completely disagreed.
Whoa. This is the professional,
You
okay?
didn't go on Twitter.
I don't
Yeah.
care what Dean Brugler has to say. All right.
Illinois
right.
fans agree with me. So
Illinois fans, they know football.
Bears fans know football, right?
The proud tradition of Illinois, like when they were like, we have to build a statue of a player. They couldn't even think of a guy who didn't play in black and white. Like, fucking.
Well, hold on now. If Illini fans are also backing the claim that Kramer's not that great, doesn't that say a whole lot? That the homerism
Not
doesn't
really.
even run strong enough to support. I'm just trying to.
Illini fans are saying
How
that.
good are the guards? How the guards might be getting turned into him, which
Guards
they did
are pretty bad.
Yeah, right. So that makes life very hard on a center.
So if at the very least, Kramer assures us that Sam Mustipher is cut to go coach at Notre Dame or be a professor, or Sam Mustipher will probably be a
God
doctor.
damn it. And if he does do
If
it,
Doug Kramer does nothing more than push Sam Mustipher off this roster, it's a fucking phenomenal pick. Oh, and by the way, it's a day 3 pick. What the fuck? Why are we getting so uppity about it?
Kramer.
Oh yeah, it's because his name's Kramer. He's on your kinfolk.
You had to think about that.
He's shitting on your kinfolk. You're probably related to him. He's from like 200 miles away.
probably.
So Jay, what are you seeing in these other offensive linemen we drafted?
I really like the other guys. I like Braxton Jones, Southern. Great feet. Mirrors this guy as well. Good kick step. Good base. Strong at the point.
You said that was a common theme in the draft, right, Pony?
Yeah.
The mirroring.
Well, the guys mirror each other really well. You know, you had common opponents with fucking AA. AA's okay. For
You're
you on the
listening.
podcast.
I'm doing it. Nobody can see it. This is bad. This is
Right
terrible
now.
podcasting, by the way. It's terrible podcasting because I'm doing shuffle steps. I'm like shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Punch.
You look like a street mime. Is what you look like.
Shed.
Yeah, we were taking it in. No, it's cool. It
The
worked.
guy
I'm
I'm
doing
most
bunny
interested in.
drills.
The guy I'm most interested in is Zachary Thomas from San Diego State. He's quick, man. He just flashes whenever you watch him. I think he could be a really damn good guard on the inside.
He better grow that fucking beard back because he has a grizzly ass beard, and he better get. I want that fucking beard to come back because he looks like a mean ass dude.
Yeah, he gets pushed too on the run game, whereas Kramer does not. He does not create push. Sorry.
Yeah, but
I
in
really
that
like.
thread today, Jared, did you not see any positives with his hands?
I did. Yeah, there's
punch,
positives you can build with.
finishing plays. You saw that.
There are some positives. I actually went and rewatched it. I told the guys like, maybe I missed something. I'll rewatch it.
He's best at is the zone run blocking that they want to run. Like this is what he's best at.
What I saw that he does really well is whenever they go run, say they're going to zone right, he can get in front, turn his hips, square back into the defensive player, and wall that off pretty good. The one time he did get overpowered was, who was I watching? It was the second game of the season that Illinois played. He did get a guy got under his pads and took him for a ride, but I mean, Kramer's got a chance, just like anybody. All these guys have a chance. They have a chance because the depth on this team sucks ass.
Hey, I mean,
but wait 1 second. I need to do a plug here. They also have a chance because O-Line Matters, and this O-Line Matters segment was brought to you by H&D Studios.
It just does.
There you go.
Because it does.
It just does.
I mean, it's each guy got what they wanted in this draft. You think about it. Poles got his lineman. He hates something as much as Poles hated that old line room that was under contract.
Hey, he came in the store with $1.50 and left with like $25 worth of offensive linemen. Like that's all I know. That's all I know is that motherfucker left, and these dudes all look like offensive linemen at least. You know what I mean? Like you see Braxton, and you're like, that dude's a fucking beast. You see fucking Thomas, that dude looks like a beast. Carter,
yeah,
that's a monster, bro.
That's
these guys are
big dude, athletic,
and not like crazy, like heavy. Like these dudes are,
they
fucking.
They reset their head, man.
They also have a lot of upside. That 4 picks that late, it's all about probability.
So all these guys,
that upside.
And all these guys we're talking about, what's their main job?
Keep
block.
Justin clean.
He did take care of Justin in some aspects in this draft.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like,
How many times last year did we say, man, if Justin just had another half second?
Right.
If any of these guys provide Justin Fields with another half second.
How long have we been begging? How long have we been begging Ryan Pace to do a few things? Draft a cornerback. He finally did with just Jalen Johnson, but not until then.
He drafted 2 safeties. He just didn't
kept
keep them
getting
together.
fucking trash free agents at cornerback, and we were like, I'm not going to draft a cornerback, but I'm going to go to Canada and get some fucking, like, what the fuck? Ryan Pace would do anything but actually fix the problems. And we've been begging for Adrian Amos's replacement for how many years we've been begging and saying how terrible it is since 2018 that we don't have that tandem anymore. So they have investment in Eddie Jackson. They have a large investment. Eddie Jackson's one of the highest paid players, if not, he's probably the second highest paid player on the team this season.
One of the highest paid players at his position in the league.
So maybe you could argue that you are not investing enough in Justin Fields right now, but you just invested in Eddie Jackson with that pick. And I know I'm sorry to go back to Brisker, but like it's the same theory. And then you still turned around and turned, water into wine and came away with all these like actual O linemen who could completely remake your O line depth chart.
Absolutely.
You're also investing in flexibility, though, too. Let's say Eddie Jackson doesn't come back this year. In 2023, you're now all of a sudden you're looking just to solve free safety instead of free safety and strong safety.
Right.
And Brisker can actually play.
He can range. Yeah, he can range.
He's the strong safety that if a guy comes up the numbers, he can flip and pick him up deep, like legitimately.
A tight end eraser works out, and you do get rid of Eddie. Now you have 2 guys that can thump back
Kirkland is not. I hope he does, but dude lives on the IL.
Jared was pretty high on him.
You'll see him in big dime packages though here.
Yeah, for 6 games a year.
Jared wanted to talk about him that week that we got him though. He was pretty pumped up about him.
Because how desperate are we for anything good?
True.
I mean,
pretty desperate.
Like, Jesus, come on. Getting excited about Dane Kirkland? Fuck out of here.
So, speaking of excitement, though, Biscuits, the guy you have behind you, we ended up getting to with all those trade backs.
What? Who is that, by the way? Is that Tom Brady? No,
that gets the full screen treatment.
This pick right here is going to make you forget the name Tom Brady altogether. Okay?
I hope he never punts.
The best pick in this draft by Ryan Poles is future starter, future All-Pro superstar, punter Trenton Gill.
His middle name is Trenton.
With the 227th pick, the Bears made Trenton Gill the 4th punter taken. He walked on at NC State after playing soccer and football in high school. As a senior, he was first-team All-ACC, averaging 45.1 yards per punt on 65 attempts. 23 fair catches, 31 punts inside the 20-yard line, and 5 touchbacks. By the way, he also was the kickoff specialist for 3 years, 114 touchbacks on 198 kickoffs, 4 special teams tackles, laying the hit stick.
Jesus!
He comes in right away. He's going to compete for the job with Ryan Winslow. I think everybody expects him to make it. He's 6'4", 220.
Punt Jesus.
Janikowski called. He wants his body back. 6'4", 220.
He ain't got no Janikowski gut. Look at that arm.
His name is Punt Jesus. Okay, that's his nickname. Everybody called him Punt Jesus since he was like 6 years old. He's got a sturdy frame, adequate hang time. Adequate hang time.
It was awkward for him when his first grade teacher was like, Punt Jesus.
Biscuits.
Punt Jesus.
Someone get Punt Jesus back from recess.
Can I just ask one question, sir? What was it?
Can I get through my analysis here?
No, 1 second.
Am I getting the cheers?
No, Biscuits. What was that hang time, by the way?
So it had a trajectory of 48 degrees. Okay, specifically when the Fahrenheit was below 50 in the southern hemisphere. He displayed better touch after incorporating a higher volume of nose drop punts throughout the year. Now his weaknesses: his touch to toe time, it's a tad bit slow. It's a tad bit slow. It needs improvement.
What is fucking happening right now?
He took a dive, bro.
No, what is
Let it go.
happening?
He will
No,
pump
and
the
he
balls.
told us he was going to go Bill Nye on this motherfucker.
Yeah, he knew you were back on. He built himself a segment. Let's let him go.
Listen, AA, I did this deep
All right.
dive specifically.
I'm with you, bro.
for
Jacques
okay?
Cousteau, this motherfucker. Let's go.
He's an inconsistent ball striker.
Y'all ever see the movie The Abyss?
Yeah, it's great.
Been
movie.
there before.
It's cool.
That's where
Love
we
it.
are. We're in the Punt Jesus Abyss right now.
And,
Let it
and
go.
to finish off my Trent Gill
down
analysis, I want to leave you with my favorite quote that I found of him. Okay, an unnamed coach, and I quote: "He's got ice in his veins when it comes to holding for place kicks, and he seems like a genuinely righteous young man." Trent Gill,
Hallelujah.
all pro, instant starter, special teams on
Bro,
lock.
I will tell you right now, no podcast has brought you more in-depth info about this
No.
punter.
What's up? Come on, Jesus. Get back at me.
Ave Maria.
Welcome to the Windy City.
In nomine Patris Sancti.
Ugh, that was deep.
That was fucking Punt Church right there. God damn, that was
Man,
good.
We're not even
Draft
like.
just, I mean, like,
Well done.
Thank you.
I'm looking at these notes. You guys want to go all night? We can.
Notes.
My
We have
Master Teague breakdown. I got to get to that a little bit later when we come.
No, we can hit on that now, guys. UDFA's. Me personally, man, I kind of struggle trying to get into it because there's just so many new pieces, free agency, the draft, the UDFA. Are just this is one of the hardest seasons really to like dig in and predict this shit because everything's. I don't remember a season where things have been this open. Right, competition. That's one good thing that's going to come of all this is training camp is actually going to be interesting because unlike Nagy, like everybody is going to be able to compete. So it's going to be interesting. Even though we know the season might not be great, we know that it's a rebuild. Whatever he doesn't want to say rebuild for insurance purposes, it's just building up from the foundation on the current blueprint. Okay, we'll just call it that. But it is it's a rebuild, man, and that's going to be cool to see. We kind of knew things were going to have to take a step back before they went forward, so at least things are going to be interesting for us this offseason. But the UDFA market, you guys can hit on it. Like you said, Biscuits, that running back from Ohio State with a name.
Coop in the chat. Sorry.
Master Teague looked interesting to me. That's your guy, though. So what do you got on him?
So, all right. So y'all thought the Trenton Gill breakdown was good. Let me hit you all with some Master Teague knowledge, okay? This dude is 5'11", 225, chiseled out of granite. Had a tremendous year his freshman year at Ohio State. He ran a 4.44 40 at Ohio State's Pro Day, and his 27 reps on the bench press and 10-foot 11-inch broad jump were better than any running back. Those three measurables better than any running back that was invited to the combine. Master Teague was not invited.
No, he wasn't.
It was a little bit of a surprise that he declared for the draft, but I think after seeing Travion Henderson take that lead bell cow role in his freshman year, he thought about transferring his senior year, ultimately decided it was best to come out. He hampered with injuries most of his last season, but he did rush for 355 yards and 4 touchdowns on 67 carries. Now let me hit you with this. His two best games?
What? Tell him.
10 carries, 106 yards and a touchdown in 2019, 26 carries, 169 yards and 2 touchdowns in 2020. Who did he do this against? The vaunted Indiana defense.
Whoa!
Indiana! He ran it down their throat.
Say word.
Back to back. Master Teague put Indiana on the ground, turned them around. I don't want to finish. Master Teague finished. That's all I'm going to say. His strengths. A linear. athlete, above average speed.
Yo, hey, you know what happened when you were gone?
Big up.
Hey, you created this. You left. Dude became confident, man.
You did my run.
See what you did?
You did my run.
You gave me my wings, and now I'm flying. Okay?
Hey, come back and like, oh, Biscuits want to talk?
His long speed
Biscuits got ran,
is impressive for his size. Contact balance pretty good. The only thing that I really don't like about him, a lot of low arm tackles. He was too easy to go down. Didn't fight through a lot of those low arm tackles. The other thing that is a bit unproven is his ability to catch balls out of the backfield. Only 12 catches.
Somebody's gonna. Yo, are we
State.
like who the fuck are you plagiarizing right now? That's what I want to. You gotta give credit. You gotta give credit. This motherfucker's.
Yo, it sounds so fluid, doesn't it?
Listen,
Like,
I
yo,
grinded it
There's a
out.
thing called
ready?
fucking like decorum,
Whoa.
and
Whoa,
you gotta give credit for whose shit you're reading
Let's
right
talk
now.
about the next prospect, shall we? He's got really crazy bend, and he.
This
Listen,
motherfucker turned like some graduate
Oh my god!
article into
Scouting
a
profiles were developed off of my analysis. Lance Zerline got his material on Master Teague from me. Let's get that straight. Now,
Give
gentlemen,
credit,
I will
bro.
tell you.
I wish I did have the
one last
picture. The
thing.
picture I sent you in the
D.
chat.
Salmon.
Biscuits.
Go
1
ahead.
second, sir.
Go ahead.
That picture of Master Teague I sent in the chat, though. He's a big
They got like
motherfucker,
a
man.
12-pack. What the fuck?
Dude is cut. Dude is cut.
And Justin Fields knows him. Like what? He knows his ass. They played together or what?
Does know him. Had lunch together a time or two. But again,
Did they play together?
you
Yeah.
would like to see him fight through more arm tackles. You would like to see more of a pass catching role. He insists that he can do it, even though he only caught 12 passes.
He was a back running back.
True, yeah. I mean, to date,
He came in and played in garbage time, is what you're telling me.
Well, behind J.K. Dobbins his freshman year, he produced. He had like 800 yards and I think 6 or 7 touchdowns. Played pretty well. Marred by injuries, and then this new true freshman came in and pretty much took his spot. But in pass protection, needs a lot of work there. His player comparison, when I watched all 3 minutes and 20 seconds of him, I saw Mike Davis.
Bro, you literally just talked for longer than that. What the fuck?
Hey,
I
listen, man,
understand.
you grind the tape and you just find things.
I'm gonna have to
talk about.
I'm gonna have to edit this. When you start talking, I'm gonna be like, all content is credit to Jim Bartholomew,
Draft
Associated
Network,
Press.
PFN, PFF.
Like, this motherfucker digging in the crates. But like,
Coop said
plagiarizing.
Master T gave the gravy. I like that.
Coop's like, I'm gonna log in as 2 different people. Like,
He does look
I
interesting
was
for
in the
UDFA.
group, and now I'm on the Twitch.
I
He
just don't
does.
know.
He
I don't know
probably
if
gets
this
squeezed.
in this running back room. We already know we're
He's
gonna.
a practice squad guy.
Yeah.
You just went on for 5 minutes about a practice squad guy. Congratulations.
Oh,
All right.
I mean, it's not like we didn't spend 4 years talking about Ryan Nall. I can't give Master Teague 4 fucking minutes.
Chair, who do you
But I
got,
was
man?
just angry about Ryan Nall.
We didn't even talk about the running back we drafted, did we?
Ebner.
Diddy did a little bit.
I
Ebner,
touched on him a little bit.
the
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah.
Good receiver. A lot of
You hit
talent
on
there.
He's the guy that can play the Deebo Samuel role, in my opinion. Like, I've actually seen it.
Right.
Like, he does it in the highlights. You know,
So yeah, there you go.
so. There you
Hopefully.
go. What?
So who do you have for Jay for UDFA?
I talked to with Nick Foles being cut, we've got a opening for that quarterback 3 if we decide to carry 3. And there's a guy from Ball State. Plitt is his name.
Clit?
Plitt with a
Oh.
P.
His name's Clint, but they couldn't find him when they.
And there's an Albright. I talked to one of the kids that he's a family friend. He went to Ball State, was the linebacker over there. Then switched to fullback. Plitt's a good player, high football IQ. He really wants to win, so I don't know what that means. Anyway,
Hold on, let me find some more scouting cliches. Loves football.
I'm dead, bro.
Are you serious, Elo? What?
He wants to win.
Hey, Bailey Knapp.
You see what you said,
were
Jared.
justified with Bailey Knapp.
Jared, you see what happens here? Me and you putting all this time into these breakdowns, and these two on the right here completely come in and smash our analysis.
Biscuits. He said he wants to win.
He wants to walk on. I'm just saying that's a position that could be open at QB3, and there's a guy there. So I don't know anything about him.
Just in the long line of Ball State NFL players.
We got deep in Ball State.
Yo, like, I actually looked at Ball State players who had played in the NFL. There's like 12 all time. Like all time, like 120 years.
The other guys, the other guys are
Brad Maynard.
Right.
So what's that, Jared? Dude, I know it's just funny because everybody, all of them want to win. Like that's the most generic.
Well,
shit
I know,
that he gave
well, the other one is Albright. He was actually pretty close to him. He's like super twitchy guy, monster, long arms, pretty quick at the point. It's a guy you might find out. He played outside at Ball State, and
there's two Ball State guys. That's got to be a record.
Yeah, they're on the UDFA list. So guys to watch out for. I mean, there's spots available for those guys. The competition's going to be good, I think, for all those guys. And you need a third quarterback.
I wonder if Ball State's head coach is like one of Pole's ex-college teammates and just trying to give their school a rub.
I don't think that's.
Oh no, I agree with Jerry. I do think there's a lot of utility in having that third developmental quarterback.
Yeah, there's a thought, right?
Background.
Somebody got to have a connection to Ball State, and you don't just
Undrafted
randomly
quarterbacks though are really.
When the fuck? No, like literally, Ball State is not a football factory, so like they have to have some connection there. I guarantee you.
It's no Coastal
It's
Carolina.
random,
True.
right? It's no Coastal Carolina.
You need a practice squad guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's the only quarterback they've brought in so far, so he's got QB3 by default.
Realistic, I think this team's carrying two.
Yeah, they're gonna be three QBs on the active roster.
You're not gonna put one. You're not gonna do like we did last year and the year before that.
Can't
with
afford
your
to.
guy.
Protect the asset. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
what
gonna
about
protect the quarterback. Yeah.
We just talked about how I think that. Don't you agree with how I said I think this roster will be constructed? They don't have the luxury to carry a third quarterback.
They're gonna have to.
No,
they
you're
don't.
not.
They can call a guy up from practice
I
squad.
think a lot of teams now, especially with that new rule change that you can protect players in the practice squad, you're seeing them carry two guys, protect that third one in the practice squad. Then in that situation, like AA is saying, you can carry one of those offensive linemen that you drafted late.
Yakub says Ball State players. You can't have one ball. You gotta have two balls. They come in a sack. Ball State. Yo, if the Ball State guys make the team, I'll pay you $100, Jared.
Well, I was just saying, those are guys that I recognize on the list.
He just offered you $100, Pony. He's about to buy those jerseys.
$100 if Ball
1
State guys
hour,
make the
12-minute mark, Pony. Write that down.
$100. I'll pay it in fucking quarters.
$50 per ball.
I'm gonna be standing in the middle of a cornfield by your house throwing
I
quarters.
think instead
at
of
your windows.
cash, when Kramer makes the team, you have to get him
Well,
a Kramer
Kramer's
jersey.
going to make the team. I already have one.
You have to get him a Kramer from the actual team with a number, whatever number he gets.
Okay.
What do I get when Trenton Gill's bombing 60?
When are you going to buy your Robert Quinn jersey?
After
When
the
he
first
gets traded?
season, I'm good, bro. He ain't hit that one.
Yeah. He's here for a good time, not a long time. Whee! I don't want to see that punter ever. I hope he makes the team, but I don't want to see him punting a lot.
Oh, you're going to see him punt a lot this
He
year.
just went back to the punter.
He wants
You're going
credit
to see him
for
get a
calling
lot
out
of work.
He wants dividends paid back for the investment he just made in that rant and this backdrop. I mean, the dude is selling this as an NFT right now. That's where shit is at.
Ooh, Punt Jesus NFT line. That's a great
Oh,
idea.
shit.
Hey, the
No.
tailgate show about to be cashing.
The punt Jesus. Nobody messes with the Jesus.
So, hey, who's your UDFA?
So this pick, this player is gonna make all of the guys who live down in the region so happy. Oh my God, it's gonna be unbelievable. If you live in the area that's not Illinois, it's Indianers. Oh, doctor, you're gonna be happy when you meet one Jack Rambo Bartholomew Sanborn. Oh boy, he's from Chicago. He's whiter than a fucking bleached sheet. You're gonna love that.
Wow.
He's white as
And you
can
put-
fucking
hold on,
be.
time
Is
out.
this a real
Oh,
guy?
God.
Hold on.
Oh.
Are we playing the game? Is this a real guy?
No, it's a real guy, Jack Sanborn. He played at Wisconsin.
Oh, you called him Rambo. Rambo.
His middle name is
Bartholomew.
Rambo Bartholomew. Look it up.
Oh my
I did-
God, dude!
I
thought you were just
researched him.
joking.
I thought he was joking too.
No,
You
Jack
really-
Sanborn. He's unbelievable. He played up in Wisconsin. This kid is, oh my, he's a stud. He's a stud. He's going to be the next Dick Butkus. I can tell you that right now. He's a 4-year starter. I didn't do any fucking research on him, but he's white and he's from here, so you know him.
Immediately that only the people in Indiana will really like him. Illinois
Oh
doesn't have that problem.
No, Illinois has that problem. The whole fan base has that problem. But you know that motherfuckers are going to be on some Jack Sanborn jerseys, bro.
You think he's gonna be like the camp hero?
Yeah.
They would talk about that in the
I can
concession
tell you
stand.
right now, Pig Simmons better pack his shit.
It's a linebacker too, bro. Yeah.
Fucking Caleb Johnson, don't get too comfortable, bro. You, sir.
Oh, is
Don't get
Snowden
too
on
comfortable.
notice?
No,
I
Snowden.
noticed
No,
Jack
Snow.
Sanborn's in the building.
It's not
Jack
Snowden.
Sanborn come in and his boots and his fucking spurs are jangling like boom, boom. Jack Sanborn's in the building. Oh shit.
Sounds like an '80s like action hero. Jack Sanborn.
That's right. My
so
name's
old.
Jack fucking Sanborn. Hey, where's the smoothies at? I'm Jack Sanborn. Let me
Oh, if
get
he
it.
comes out with like a Tom Selleck look, Biscuits is done.
Oh, fucking, if he has a stash, if he's not growing a stash right now with fucking like he's never done anything in his life, he is fucking up. His agent is failing.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Jack Sanborn about to be the next great white hope. Just saying. And Jer, apparently the show page on Facebook, which you run, says that Chase Kelly
I like
is
Chase Kelly.
intriguing, and apparently we paid $12,000 to have this dude named Chase
It's
Kelly.
Good tight end, good receiving tight
Paid
end.
$12,000.
Iowa State.
We paid him. I know it's like funny. It's like 12
It's like
grand.
that's like one meal for them. Like,
Yeah, we paid like a fucking $12,000. We paid like a fucking
That's-
2006 Honda Accord.
Well, I think they
he's
capped
a lock.
They capped the UDFA spending that you can spend is like 14 grand for each team. So it's
Well,
substantial as
I
far
thought
per player.
Jay, I thought they guaranteed him 60, so that's a little bit over that.
I thought. I think the
The
guarantee
signing
was
bonus.
higher, but I think Jerry's referring to the signing bonuses.
The
I think
signing
the highest, the highest signing bonus you can get is 14, I believe.
Yes. They gave him the most of any of them. So whatever. He's 6'6". Apparently he can catch. He can't run routes, but he can block and he can high point.
He gets open, and you know what I liked about him
He's
actually.
6'6", he's already open.
Yeah.
When things break down, that's where he excels. Like he gets open when things break down for the quarterback.
Fucking
Where did he play?
tall ass tight end that can run a scramble drill. Sign me up. I don't fucking care. We got holes there. I'm sorry, Jack O'Shaughnessy. That's probably gonna be another fan favorite.
James O'Shaughnessy?
Is this fake or real UDFA? Where are we at here?
Oh, we haven't even gotten there. I don't even know. I didn't prep that one. That was on the list, but I didn't even do it.
Yeah.
No, just keep saying.
I looked at that list, bro. I don't know.
Okay, so we can play this.
Jared just took a hammer to it.
Wait, so Jerry, you watched that tight end? Like, what do you think?
He was at Iowa State. It's a good team. He was productive. I mean, we obviously need that position to be better. Sorry, Cole Kmet lovers. He ain't it right now.
Ooh, lobbing the.
Well, Cole Kmet needs to get pushed.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's time, and that's what we've been. That's what you've seen.
Jesus Christ, you thinking he's taking over for Cole, bro?
He's not taking over, but Cole could use a push.
Okay, he had 60 catches, right? They were probably the most boring 60 catches any tight end's ever had in their fucking career.
The whole offense was boring, Jerry.
Yes, but how many touchdowns would he get?
How creative was Nagy in the red zone? How many touchdowns did anybody get?
That'd be a 0.
Who led us in touchdowns? What was it? What was the total?
Well, it wasn't 0.
Mooney was 6, I believe.
That's bad.
Yeah,
it's not good.
You do your guy now, dude. Did he?
I got nobody, bro. I told you that.
You're not going to go with Henry Litwin?
You're going to rail me for Ball State. At least I tried.
You call Ball State trying, and I don't really. It didn't. That doesn't really.
Jared gave you a pair, okay?
Jared's idea of trying is finding the most Indiana connection he can find.
He's like, I hit up the ball boy for Ball State, and he said he wants to win.
Nah, it's cool. Ball State.
This
dude, Henry Litwin, is
sorry, Jay. The guy you hit up.
He's like a fitness model.
The guy you hit up from Ball State, did he play there?
Yes, he played there. He was a fullback, and he actually started in the linebacker room.
Oh, all right, so he knows the players then.
Yes.
But then why did you just say generic shit like good twitchy bend?
What do you want him to say? I mean,
that's how
he's hung like a fucking horse. What do you want him to
why not?
That wasn't what I wanted him to say.
Mad respect.
Whoa!
Must be nice. Anyway, so UDFA, man. I didn't
roll that Master Teague footage.
I do. Master Teague. No, but I just don't see him getting a spot on the team. There wasn't Litwin. What was it? Slippery Rock. Litwin, wide receiver with the barbed wire tattoo.
He got like painted on eye black. He looks like a fucking he looks like he just came out of a fucking boy band audition.
Oh yeah, the young crowd's gonna love him.
He's got barbed wire sleeve tattoo.
No, I didn't even barbed wire. It's a rosary. It's fucking rosary beads. You didn't even look. It's rosary beads.
Whoa!
You know why?
Are you hating on his faith, bruh?
So punch
You're
Jesus.
the one who said it was barbed wire.
Punch Jesus, bruh.
He set my ass up.
He's a fucking man of faith, and you're out here saying he's Pamela Anderson and shit.
Pamela Anderson.
What?
Barbed wire.
Wow, we got.
Does she have a barbed wire tattoo?
She has a movie called Barbed Wire.
I have not seen the porno. I'm sorry.
It's not a porno. She had a feature film that was called Barbed Wire.
Yeah, but honestly, tattoos and religion don't line up because your body's a temple, right?
Ooh. Welcome to theology.
Well, the two Jewish guys are going to lecture us about whether or not he can get tattoos. Fuck out of here. Over here, Christians and Catholics do whatever the fuck we want.
I have tattoos, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have tattoos as well.
We're not supposed to. Don't try to get in this fucking cemetery.
I'm joking around. My goodness.
My body's more a temple of doom. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Indiana.
I'm just saying, Litwin could be a guy that the fan base really clings to during training camp.
Coob says you're too young to get the barbed wire reference. All this guy loves is old movies.
Yeah, Coob, I'm going to tell you, in the thread, I have more classic retro knowledge than any of these three guys, being the youngest.
You don't have more than me.
Oh, I'm right up there with you. You know, at least you watch stuff with VHS and old tech.
You ain't got more than me, bro. You're just a...
I don't know.
It's because you have a Fangoria fucking subscription.
Fangoria is awesome. I'm so happy you threw that out there.
Yeah. Like his motherfucker got a Fangoria subscription.
You throw out Backdraft, and all of a sudden you run the 80s and 90s now. 91, actually. Come on.
Yo, you haven't
Come
seen
on, bro.
Backdraft? What
I
the
still
fuck?
haven't. I haven't finished it. I'm
You
gonna finish it.
ass. It's like
Listen,
an
Pamela
all-star fucking
wasn't my
cast.
thing. Okay. I'm definitely never gonna watch a movie
Whoa,
called
whoa, whoa,
Barbed
whoa, whoa.
Wire.
Did you
with
think
Pamela Anderson.
Whoa.
actually watched Barbed
So
Wire?
you're
I just
throw.
know
Whoa,
that it
whoa, wait.
existed.
Don't lie.
Let me
You
just
lied.
get the clarity here. Mr. Throwback himself doesn't like Pamela Anderson.
No.
That was like when we were
He's
coming
more
up.
of a David
Kathy-
Hasselhoff guy.
Kathy Ireland. Kathy
Okay.
Ireland.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hate on it, but Baywatch was the shit for us.
It's not like we said fucking Blue Lagoon. We're not like, oh, Brooke Shields. Like, you wouldn't go with some old man shit. Pamela
Listen.
Anderson is not old man shit.
Biscuits. We were like in middle school when that shit was on, though. We were at a very impressionable state in our lives, so we actually lived through that. We lived through the holy shit, Baywatch.
Motherfuckers acting like
I
we're talking
guess
about
I
Cheryl
was more Pink Ranger, I guess, for my time.
T.
Right.
What?
We're like, you know, this dude act like we're talking about fucking Cheryl Teague or something. Like, come on.
I had her poster, man.
I had a Playboy VHS.
Oh, cool, Betty White. Oh yeah. Now
Yeah.
we're getting to the goods.
The late great Betty White.
R.I.P. Buddy.
Oh, I wasn't talking about Betty White. I was talking about Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
All right.
want to see Betty White's play VHS.
Shout out.
Okay.
So should we get to this UFDA real or fake?
No, because I didn't do any fucking.
Gentlemen, I already have a list. I
Good.
got
Do
you.
it.
one.
Good. Thank God somebody
Number
did the bit.
one, to you, gentlemen, I ask you.
These fools that are been
He's gonna tear through this shit. Ooh.
Somebody did the bit because I didn't do the fucking legwork on it. Good.
I was looking at this
Demario
list, I'm like, what
McCall.
the fuck's-
Demario McCall. Is that real or fake?
Fake.
Fake. Okay.
Real.
Real. Did he?
I don't give a fuck.
Wow, that's
Play
not
the
you.
game.
Honor
What
the
a
spirit of
lame
the
ass.
game.
Play the game, you fuck.
I'm trying to go through the list. It's
Full
fake.
hater.
It's fake. And the winner is Pony. Demario McCall is real. He's a quarterback out of Ohio State.
No.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Thank you.
Coop went with fake too.
Is he signed or is he a guy that they brought? Is he a UDFA or is he a camp
He's
body?
a UDFA.
Yeah, we're not doing
UDFA.
tryouts yet.
Yeah, all right.
I mean,
it's
there
a
might
long
be
list,
some
eh?
tryouts sprinkled in there. You got to stay on your
Alright,
toes,
alright,
boys. Stay on your
alright.
toes.
All
Number
right,
two,
let's
gentlemen. This one's an easy one. Demontre Tuggle. Demontre
True.
Tuggle.
Tuggle and gravy.
That's fucking yo. What the fuck? It's like Key and Peele shit. Montre Tuggle, the South Alcorn State.
Real or fake? We got Diddy Hat saying real. You two?
Fake.
Fake.
I'm saying real.
And Jerry, you have lost this round. Demondre Tuggle got a camp invite. He is real. Running back out of Ohio. Powerhouse, Ohio.
Bobcat.
June Bug with a double G. B-U-G-G. June Bug. Is he real or fake?
Fake.
Fake.
Real.
He is fake. His name is actually Trey Bug. He's a defensive back out of Air Force. Thank you for your service, Trey Bug. We just have two more, boys. Two more, and we'll wrap this segment up. Brandon Bowling. Brandon Bowling, 7-10 split. Is he real or is he fake?
Real.
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 Fake.
Pony is now going rounded up in third place because he is real. Brandon Bowling is a wide receiver from Utah State University, coming after St. Brown, coming
Biscuits,
after
I hope you're
Pringle.
keeping
He's
score, bro.
hungry and he wants to win. I'm keeping score right now.
He wants to win.
And
He doesn't want to work at Amazon. That's what he fucking doesn't want to do. He wants to win. He don't want to work at the fucking the fucking Love's truck stop, wherever the fuck he's from. That's what he don't want to do.
And gentlemen, your last, is it real or is it fake? I present you Tim McCloy. Is he real or is he fake?
Can you use that in a sentence?
Tim McCloy almost tore his groin.
Oh,
Is he real or is he fake?
Wow.
You put those two Ball State players with Tim McCloy, you got something.
Fake.
Fake. All right.
real.
Real.
Fake.
Fair.
Fake.
And the winner of this real or fake and the return to the pod, Double A, he is real. Fullback, Illinois State, local kid. And that's your real or fake segment. Congratulations, AA. Very well done. I can tell you've done a deep dive on these undrafted free agents.
Yo, I guarantee you there's undrafted free agents that are like, wait, who signed me? Like right now. Because they probably fielded so many offers. Like, wait, who did we sign with? Where I gotta go?
There was two guys, Savon Scarver and Landon Lenore, that we put in the thread, and AA was like, "Those are not.
Those
real
are both
people."
fake names. Savon Scarver? That's like a fucking
Yeah, but you should have set up
romance
some
novel
names
name.
though. Like the fake names, you should have went in with had like Betty Hunter and
Oh, yeah. You see, listen, I put this game together on the fly. I thought AA
You
was
did
going to do
great.
it. He kind of blew it. So
No, I totally spit the bit. like, I fucking came up with a great idea and then was like, oh, well, someone else will do it. And you did. And you killed it.
That was fun.
Savon Scarver, though, sounds like some kind of French detective story. It's like, and then the Paris night out of the club came Savon Scarver and Landon Lenoir.
all right.
Alrighty.
So one more thing I'm gonna throw around to you guys. Like, what
They're all gonna make the roster. We're laughing, but
all in all, I think it was a solid draft. It just wasn't how I wanted. I wanted more weapons for Justin at wide receiver, but hopefully, I just think they're putting more value in the coaching right now because the coaching was such freaking shit on offense. I think they trusted their offensive coaching staff more than what we had in the last regime. Hopefully, it at least looks more serviceable. That's all I'm. Like I said, I don't have high hopes this season, but I want to see things turn around and something to carry into the next season, something to build on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If things are looking serviceable, there's gonna be some timing issues. We got new freaking offensive coordinator, new guys everywhere. There's gonna be some timing things that are gonna be off, but I think all in all, it's gonna look far more efficient. And it's gonna make sense more. You're not gonna be like, why are we running a jet sweep here when they know it's coming? I think there's gonna be better timing to everything. So I'm kind of excited about that aspect of it. I guess that's what I'm kind of leading into with this is kind of want to go around and what are you guys holding on to leading into this season? Like what the words were put down life raft. Like what are you guys holding on to right now moving forward? Jay, I'll start with you.
Youth movement. Maybe one of these guys will hit. Maybe they'll all hit. If they all hit, and you can get some positivity out of Justin on the offensive side. Sky's the limit. You got a chance. That's all you really want. That's all you really want as a coach. All you want is a chance. Get in the dance and let it rip.
What are you laughing at?
Coop said jet sweep would Diet Devo.
Oh
What the fuck is Diet Devo, bro?
He's 16 pounds lighter too. That's
Yo,
good.
it's a NutraSweep.
It's Zevia.
Diet Devo with the NutraSweep.
The
Like,
analytics of 5th and 6th year college players, though, are not very favorable success rate. Just gonna throw that
Yeah,
out there. Shout out
right.
Jonathan Wood, who lit Bears Twitter on fire this week for that.
He's just trying to be different right now, like dorky different. But Jared, you got anything else? That's about it. Like the youth movement. That's kind of what you're. Okay.
That's it.
What about you, Biscuits?
So if I have a real thought tonight, it would be that I'm hanging on to is the fact that Ryan Poles, former offensive lineman, with the moves that have made outside of a Julian Davenport veteran that he brought in, looking throughout the draft, it was all interior offensive linemen. So that leads me to believe what I'm hoping on to is that he's evaluated Tevin Jenkins and Larry Borum, and he feels comfortable enough with them moving forward that he only saw it necessary to address the interior of the line. That gives me sort of positive feelings about the development and the second year steps that Tevin Jenkins and Larry Borum will hopefully take.
All right, Abe, what you got, man? What's your life preserver right now?
If I'm being honest, not a fucking goddamn thing. Like,
Do you want me
nothing.
to throw you one to keep you afloat?
No, because like honestly, this team's gonna be fucking bad. Like it's going to be bad. Like as much as we could talk ourselves into this or that, like the reason that guys can start that you get at 39 and 51 is because the team is fucking atrocious. Like, so yeah, I mean, we hope these guys hit, but if there's an injury to Roquan, we're fucked. If there's an injury to Eddie Jackson, we're triple fucked. Like, there is the defense has no depth.
But you're also going to get that secondary free agency market that's just about to start
You
up.
think they're going to be super active in that, Jared? With what money?
You're going to have to be.
It's already
With
started.
what money?
We don't have a whole lot of money.
Yeah,
There's no
that
money.
wave's already starting.
The positives I will say about this draft, because the question I think was, and I asked the question, is what's the life raft for this season? Because this season is going to hurt. It's going to suck. We're going to lose 11 or 12 games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
I had him at 4-13. So
what we need to see is Justin Fields do something. It's just, I just fucking like, I feel like the positive is this: that dude went in there with $3 and came out with $50 worth of players. We said this roster is short as fuck. Jakub says double AA in here like a battery of 2 flat size double. Man, that took a long time to say nothing. You just wrote like 10 words to say nothing. Congratulations.
He's proven your point though, Chris.
It's fucking like you're smoking crack rock if you're really like think there's some fucking thing. There's very little to be optimistic about for this next season.
I pulled some optimism out of what you've said so far, though. You're talking about Justin Fields.
I have some optimism. Next year it's going to be fucking suck.
Well, that was Diddy's question though. Is what are the life raft you're hanging on to? What is some of the optimistic things that you can hang your hat on?
I didn't know. Well, and I say I don't have any. I'm not gonna cling to Justin Fields. I'm not doing it. I've been there. I've done that. I'm not clinging to it. I want it to happen.
There's no way you're fighting Fields. You deep down, this is gonna kill you if it don't work out.
I'm already dead, bro. Kill what's already dead.
Listen, man, don't fight the Fields, bro. Just let it in.
He's in zombie apocalypse right now.
And I can't fight this Fields anymore.
They fucking
leave this thing into the professionals.
Yeah, man, Pony. I need you to cut in with that song, man.
No, I'm good.
And I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Whoa. That just happened.
My guy got a punt Jesus backdrop. I would love to be wrong, but like it's gonna be rough, guys. Like, I mean, maybe 2 rookies in the secondary will be super awesome. Probably not. Sorry. You show me the times when 2 rookies starting in the secondary has been awesome for a team. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm not going to look that up right now.
That's fair.
It's not in the memory banks. Kind of impossible answer on the spot.
Just saying, like, it's not likely. So, like, I mean, bro, like, there's
going to be growing pains. Everything's new, man.
You never know. The defense could play balls out, and
Jared's going to take
It's
time,
like to
man.
go back to my house metaphor. He's building the house. He's got like the foundation built. And we're like, what are we gonna do when it rains? Nothing, motherfucker. We're gonna get wet because all we have is the foundation. Like, tell us how we're gonna stay dry. We're not. Like, we don't have. I don't know.
Do
Like,
we have the foundation though? That offensive line, defensive line. There's a lot of question marks.
well,
on both
we
sides.
don't know.
We have guys that at least we're hopeful for instead of the bums.
Hope.
Like we had literal bums,
Okay,
and so
there we go.
if these guys can push the bums off the roster, and it's like, oh, we can't wait for the camp competition. It's gonna be bum fights. Like it's literally bum fights. If this Brisker
both
guy
sides.
can't beat out of fucking the bums that we have on the roster, then he's terrible. And Poles needs to go already. Like, come on, it's the most set up shit ever.
Oh,
That's a
Jesus
hot
God
take, man.
almighty.
Hot
I feel like-
take.
So
yeah,
if Brisker and fucking Gordon don't make the team or like don't start, it's a failure at this point. Like if Brisker can't, if fucking
if one of them,
Gordon
if
can't
one of
beat
them
out
ends up balling out,
Kelly-
it's actually a success, dude. It's the draft.
I know, but I'm just saying if they don't somehow, if we're like, oh, Duke Shelley still sucks, but whoa, Gordon's worse.
So why is he on a shorter leash than Pace? Because Pace, man, his
He's
draft
not,
at first.
but I'm just saying, like, these guys have a fucking greased path to the starting lineup. Like, I'm not gonna, we're gonna fucking wait for the, like, Dane Kirkland is gonna step up. Like, come on.
takes all kinds.
He's calling him
Oh,
Kirkland still.
the slander. The slander.
He
I mean,
is
I'm
Kirkland.
holding on to Justin taking the next step. That's really
This is better than Prison Shank. Yes, he is. Prison
Diddy,
Shank.
what are you holding on to?
Justin Fields taking the next step in the right direction.
Because you bought a lot of memorabilia, and I respect.
That's not
that.
why, because this is my football team, and this is the guy I actually wanted them to draft, and they finally
I
did.
wanted
Man.
to happen
That's
too,
don't
man,
act
but I
like
ain't-
Justin ain't your dude, bro. Don't
Yeah,
act like
but
Justin's not that dude.
Piece to this whole thing. If you don't have a
I'm not-
franchise quarterback, you have nothing.
Let me throw it to you this way, eh? Have you
This
ever
is
wanted
not
a quarterback for this
anymore.
organization to work out worse?
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh,
Last year, absolutely.
Come on.
I fucking absolutely.
Yeah, you just
But like, I'm not gonna simp.
God.
for this
Imagine if he
fucking
was on
guy
Twitter
again.
this whole time. Holy shit! I'm glad you're off, bro. You cranky fuck.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're right. I told you my ass is fucking dead inside. That's why I don't want a fucking podcast for the last.
Welcome back, dude.
I mean, I don't know how you fucking guys get together and talk about this shit every week. Good lord, the masochism.
Effort.
The masochism, bro.
Effort.
It's like you're slamming your fingers in the drawer, like, oh yeah, like fuck. This shit is.
We'll be back
brutal.
again next week.
No, we're gonna do this next week. Talk about what? Olin Kreutz punching people.
Rookie
Like-
minicamp, bro. Rookie minicamp.
Oh god. Nagy
You get
texted
to see
Flint.
Savon Scarver break down the practice tape.
Oh yeah, we gotta see Jackie Sanborn take over the Ellis Hall.
Hey, Christopher
I
Yacob
can't
in the
wait to
chat.
see him run out into that field.
All right.
Jackie Sanborn, the kid. Jack.
Christopher Yacob in the chat said, "Hey now, Nagy texted Brant saying he's that dude. Get the bronze bust ready."
He's talking about Justin?
Yeah, there was a report. Kyle
Oh,
Brandt
I didn't
said
see that. Okay.
and that Nagy gave Justin like now we care what Nagy thinks. Get the fuck out of here.
Gave him his seal. of
Oh,
approval.
it's gonna hold on to every little thing. That's what we do in the off season.
Sure.
Obviously, of course we fucking want Justin Fields. Like I hope that I hope that every pick is amazing. I hope that all these fucking UDFAs play for 10 years. Like I'm just I just
You'll
I'm
find
not-
around training camp rolls around, you get a little more warm to it.
Yeah.
I mean this offseason has been fucking brutal. And props to you guys for being able to talk yourselves into some like questionable shit. But like I mean that's a
What's so
skill.
questionable about? what we
I went
talked
to take a week off. Jared went solo. I'm like, man, I gotta keep.
Jared, you
just
broke down Ball State players. You're trying to tell me that's
Because you
legit?
said we're talking about undrafted free
Yeah, we
agents.
were talking about the
Goddamn.
UDFA list.
Yeah.
I know.
You put out the show flow about that.
Yeah.
And you were the
So
only
whose
one
fault
that didn't
is
come
this?
up with one.
It's true.
He's such an asshole.
Finding the lies, motherfucker. You're the why, and I'm glad you're back.
Fucking.
Hey, we went from finding the
real
whys to figuring
real
out the
now.
hows.
That's real now.
To finding the house.
That's
Yeah.
real now.
Oh, we did have that Twitter poll, but it went up. We got a lot of votes on it.
Oh, God,
What were
was
the
Twitter
final
question?
results of that?
We'll say the the question that you put on Twitter.
Let me find
Hey, you'll
it.
love this.
I saw
Grade
it.
the draft.
grades.
I
Yeah.
can't-
They're putting out draft grades today, and they're putting out mock drafts for next season. Like,
I
what?
threw one at you. I was like, I can't believe this is happening.
Like, what the fuck? Ball State players brought to you by Manscaped. Yeah.
Yeah. Got a
Yeah,
marketing guy, it looks like.
So what
finally.
grade? I put it out there. What grade do you give Ryan Poles on his first draft? A to B, B to C, C to D, and are you effing kidding me?
What was my response?
Nobody cares. Literally, no one gives a shit.
Yeah, my response
You just
was,
wanna
Oh,
hear
yeah,
me
they'll sell you next
It was
year.
so original. I saw it 4 other times.
yeah, it's the truth though, Jay. Who gives a fuck about the
Yeah.
draft grade?
It's anyway. Fans seem to be pretty happy about it. 56% went A to B, 37 went B to C, 4% went C to D, and the other 4% went. Are you effing kidding me?
So
That's
what's the
656.
approval rating? Because
Well, that's
The-
Twitter too.
no, but I'm saying give me the A to B is the only thing that's an approval rating. What is the percentage of that again?
56%.
So if you had a president that had a 56% approval rating, will we be talking positively about that president or not?
Yeah, because I don't think our
depending on
president right now has a 56%.
No, normally. Normally that is bad. 56% is not most of anything.
It's
Like,
most.
That means 44% do not approve or are lukewarm. That's almost half.
Yeah, but the other 37 gives him a passing grade at C.
I mean, over 50 is more than half.
BC.
Hey, you're just really dark.
However
My
you
nightmare
wanna-
is that they're just trying to get back to C, where we can all just loll
I
along.
would take a C right now.
Would we? Jesus.
I mean, let's be honest. Twitter is full of a bunch of Bears homers that are going to vote A no matter what, because every pick that we
Well,
took is
if
a
you
steal.
don't, you're a bad fan, you fucker.
Oh, but yeah,
I'm a bad fan, guys.
we know.
Yeah, you're like
fan.
a flat edge battery. Double
Yeah,
negative.
whatever that meant. Double negative. No, no.
Oh, Diddy and Coob exchanged emotions post day 2. Oh,
Did you
really?
wrap up?
Oh,
Oh, you know I keep it clean for you, baby. Don't worry about that. Hey, don't get all jealous.
Yo, I'm just saying y'all exchange fluids. That's fucked up. Still in a pandemic, kids. Jesus.
No, I was thinking about going live, man. It would have been a different vibe for me because, like, draft night, I was not feeling this shit. I'm like, God, get me a wide receiver. No. And then when they did pick one, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
I know, dude. What a crop.
that thread got really, really depressing.
It did, but
quick.
then my post nut clarity came in, and I'm like, okay, I understand it. Like, we got guys that can contribute right off the rip.
They did a good press conference. We didn't talk about it, but they did a good presser.
It was
Yeah.
good. It seemed
good.
honest.
I didn't hate the presser.
It seemed
Oh,
less robotic than Nagy and Pace.
I believe these
Yeah.
fucking guys at this time, so whatever. I mean, maybe they'll fucking get it right. We're fucking due.
Jesus
I mean, we're
Christ.
due. How many times can you take a swing and fucking whiff? I mean, really? Even pitchers hit home runs. Like, so we're
A
fucking
lot of
due.
Chicago Bears fans are Cubs fans, and I can tell you 100 years of it.
I mean, it's basically the same shit. Take away
We
85.
we wanted them to come in with an identity and actually a
Yeah, you're
vision.
supporting the identity.
They're actually doing that. It's a change. It sucks. It sucks that we have to reset after 18, thinking we were so close. I get it. AA. It's a fucking roller coaster.
they
We're just on the
literally-
low end of it right now.
Okay, so here's a legitimately positive thing that Spring brought up where we said they literally told us what they were going to be about, and then they went out and showed us what they had told us.
Right.
It would have been disingenuous to have said what they said and then go take whatever flashy fucking receiver from South Toledo Academy, blew up the combine, right?
No, his response was, "Everybody I bring onto this team to help is going to help Justin." He didn't go about position.
The roster was literally half empty, and they left the draft with it full. So
he kept his word.
Fucking let's let the chips fall where they may. I'm just,
He even brought up running back depth in this draft before the draft and took a running back. So he was pretty transparent with shit.
In a fucking helmet though, because it's gonna be a rough ride. That's all I'm saying. That's
we're fully prepared for it though.
Yeah.
Oh, we're battle tested.
I can endure. Go ahead, Jer.
I think any real Bears fan understands what this is. I mean, the painting, the writing's on the wall. I mean, enjoy the wins when they come. It's not going to be very often.
I can endure a 4-13 season if Justin takes that next step. I'd be fine with it. I think Jared's brought up the example a lot of times of the
2020 Houston Texans.
I'd take that. I would take losing in shootouts to see some competent quarterback play.
If Justin takes the next step,
now you wouldn't though, because you wasted 2 high picks on defensive backs.
You don't really think that Justin's going to be throwing the ball 35 times a game?
No, I think Justin could play well enough to get us to like 7 and 10 max if he takes that next step.
I think he's going to be throwing the ball 20 to 25 times a game most of the time. I think
that's fine as long as the efficiency is there. That's what I'm looking for.
Sure. If you get him some protection, you get him in, a fucking setup for some success.
Hey, I'm going to get you a Hits t-shirt. The one that Flus gives out, we're gonna get you in the offseason. We're gonna get you pumped up. Exactly. We get
I can't wait. It's gonna be
right now. You got the Loafs t-shirt on, man.
I got the Soldier Fields t-shirt on. Fuck,
man. I gave you a hot breakdown of Trenton Gill, and you're just not positive at all.
The guy loves to punt. The guy loves to punt. He's gonna get a lot of work.
Guy loves to punt. Biscuits loves to read.
Trenton Gill ain't Johnny Gill. He's not Johnny Gill.
You read from the book of somebody. You better fucking credit.
I read from the book of Biscotti, okay? They need to be crediting me in the tailgate show. All right? Let it be known. Put the word out. Press release it, boys. Sign it.
Yes, press release. We love a press release.
I see why Olin Kreutz punches people in the face that he works.
I'm not even giving two shits.
If I worked for CHGO, I would have 110% been the guy that he punched in the face. 100%.
Absolutely. Nothing has been more true. You would think it would be me. You would think it would be me, but I'm consistent. You're the guy that out of nowhere comes with the fucking Tomahawk missile, fucking, it's just you're like, what the fuck? And then he would just be like, what the fuck did that fucker who hasn't said anything all day just say? And then attack.
I wonder who got it, man. We don't even know yet. That's why I'm not talking too much
Ain't
about
been no Hogan John since the draft.
I don't know, but we know the Bears bros like to fucking bring that out in people. So
yeah, I don't know if it's Hogue though. He coaches with J-Mac.
It isn't Hogue.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It isn't Hogue. You're basing that off of George?
No. Jared was saying Hogue, not me, bro.
George. You showed me that screenshot of George saying that.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's George. The locker.
There's no way it was Hogue. Even Olin's not that stupid. Who's still rolling with Olin, by the way? If you're just 100% backing him right now, you look
keep it 100.
He probably had it coming. Olin gave him the old 1-2, the old what for, the little bit of how's your father. He took that CHGOs and give him a real 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Fuck out of here.
He's still tough off the field like he was on the field.
You can come over to our network anytime you want over here, Olin Kreutz. You was the best center I ever seen in my fucking life.
There's that.
It's accurate.
Yeah.
So there is that, guys. I think we pretty much said it all, man. Jay, you got anything else?
That's it.
Jay, you got anything else, buddy?
Oh yeah, AA don't know about this yet.
Oh. Oh,
This
this
is
that
the
Master
tailgate.
T? This that new Master T?
Yeah, see what we got here is the Tailgate Show After Dark, AA. So give your parting shots.
Oh, yeah.
Money shots, AA. Money shots. Give your
Oh,
money
we gotta
I
be
know what
throwing
this is about.
shade in honor of AA coming
I know
back.
what this is about. I already throw
He
shade.
threw shit for like an
Yeah,
hour
I
and a
used to
half.
shade the
Shade.
whole fucking show
Yeah.
pretty
I
much.
threw shade. I threw a lot of shade at Chair. I'm sorry, Chair.
I anticipated it.
Sorry, Chair.
Well, to
Right.
kind of put things on positive, I'll just say something real quick. Shout out to the mothers out there who hold shit down with their children. Mother's Day coming up. You guys do. No, for real. Like
What did you do that you have to put this on the podcast?
That's a mother.
nothing, man.
Thanks,
Did
Mom.
your wife listen?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be my mother, not my wife? I'm talking Mother's Day.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm talking about motherfucking Mother's Day. Yeah.
Thank you to all the mothers out there that keep it real
Oh,
from the Tailgate Show.
all right. We know you do
Happy Mother's Day, y'all.
All you single mothers,
Mm.
sliding biscuits DMs.
Ah,
Yeah.
Anybody want
Trying
their
to-
mama to be dated? You let me know.
Ooh. Trying to ride shotgun in the station wagon. What?
Hey, don't be doing donuts in the Hellcat.
Yo, trying to eat the kids' fruit roll-ups.
Sounds like the
You
wife.
guys- yeah,
Yo girl, I'll be your babysitter.
No, but then you're like eating the kids' snacks and then bail.
Shout out in the chat, Coob.
Yo,
We had a
Coob.
couple of new people.
Coob's
No,
Corner.
we didn't. We had
Shout out.
Coob. We had Coob with 2 different avatars.
And
Oh,
ladies,
Snuggle
just
and gravy.
ladies, just to let you know, Coop's not going 5 minutes this week. He might go over 10.
Oh, Coob with the deep.
This is gonna. So this week on Coop's Corner, it's gonna be Coog showing how good his Kegel exercises are working. He's gonna go 10 minutes
It's called
or
Coog.
over 10.
Ooh, yeah, Coob.
Yeah.
Coog's Corner.
Coog-
That'd be a better show.
Coog's Corner might be interesting.
Coog's Corner
Hey.
should, yo,
Coog,
maybe,
if you want a duet on that, man, I'm in.
yeah.
Tag team?
Yo, Sleep Expert can come on the network and have Coog's Corner.
Oh,
Careful.
poor guy.
Careful
Coop's
of
Corner.
what? Careful of like, what are you talking about? Careful. Y'all still on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. Careful my ass.
He's gonna
Please
torch it
direct all
and
hate
leave us
mail.
with the bad PR to deal with.
Coog's Corner. Shit's a compliment. She,
Coop long stroking it.
oh, that deep dicking.
Wrap this up.
You've made it this far.
All right.
Yes,
Hey.
please wrap it up. If you're having an emotional exchange, wrap it up.
Can you take the mic out of your throat, bro? Back it up. You don't need to get that
We
close
ain't trying
anymore.
to.
We bought it for him. This is what you get.
Yeah, you don't have to like. You don't
We
have
ain't
to.
trying to play no more.
Get up on it.
We just trying to find a life raft, something to cling on to, something warm like Virginia's oatmeal in the morning, warm like Ryan's underwear drawer, warm like Matt Nagy's visor brim. We just trying to stay warm. Go Bears!
All right, so Jerry, you got any final money shots?
Ah, no.
Final money
I can't follow that up.
Yeah, that should have been the end.
All right, then we'll end it there. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe on Apple, YouTube.
If you made it this
Thank
far,
you.
you're a real one.
Thank you for hopping in on Twitch. Appreciate the support.
Shout out.
And
Coob.
that's just another
Shout out,
episode of the Tailgate Show.
Listen to the Coob, y'all.
Duh, punt, Jesus.
Ball State Cardinals gonna take y'all down.
Nobody. I didn't know they even had a mascot.